How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, as always, Hicksydust, here with another rendition of Madden Mondays. So, currently we are in week 4. We are about to play the Cowboys. We are undefeated at a 3-0 start to the season. However, losing to the Cowboys could change that, as we would be tied at 2-1, but Cowboys, having beaten us, would have the tiebreaker. It also leaves in the question where we would fall in play of Washington, but that all depends on if they win or lose this week as well. We have a frustrated receiver, Shepard. It's been quiet for me out there on the field, and I normally wouldn't complain, but when I'm not catching passes, I don't feel like I'm helping the team. So can you help me get more involved in the offense? We're going to try because we want him to be happy. But we have been... get him 5+ touches or 100+ yards. 5+ touches is easy. It's just that we've been so under pressure with Zach Wilson that we've been throwing a lot of picks. So I've been really relying on Saquon Barkley in the run game. We have to scout our college players. We'll do that. We'll go through that quickly. This is really not looking to be a good draft class. Finally, alright, so we have somebody worth looking at. It's a funny name. Okay. Alright, so at least we were able to find a couple of gems finally. We'll prioritize that when the time of the season comes. There's also one other thing I want to do. Evan Ingram's contract is coming to a close. There he is. Right, did I just pass him? No, it's Leonard Williams. And I'm just curious what people will offer for him, because I have a lot of high contract players coming up. So if I can get something for Ingram, you know, I got to pay Barkley, I got to pay Peppers, I got to play Zeitler, Whit Hernandez. There's a bunch of free agents re-signings coming up, which could drastically impact how we treat the offseason. So if we can get something back for one player, we'll see how that goes. But for now, guys, let's just play against our rival, the Cowboys, at AT&T Stadium. Let's see how this one works out.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
All right.
He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt.
Plays like that will make it easy for Shepard to get his 5 touches.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Brad, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
Well, if this is any indication of how the Cowboys play in real life, we all know that Cowboys spend more money on their offense than their defense as of late. I'm not going to try and force anything here in the red zone, so we're just going to play what the best hand has.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel.
Perfect.
Take it on in
Uh-oh.
for Giant touchdown.
Don't like to see an injury report on the field.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
This could be the game we
following the touchdown here to kick it away.
could be the game we open up on Zach Wilson's touchdown to interception race.
A couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Number 21.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 85 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run with Elliott.
4-yard line.
It'll be a pickup.
Sending the extra guy helps.
With a 3rd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number.
I definitely don't think he got that.
You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will
Not the best spot.
That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 51 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Cowboys nothing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
First incompletion of the game.
A little too far, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
See who can get open.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This will be caught at about the 6. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Penny.
There you go.
Have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a 4-yard pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go.
Should have known they'd send everybody.
11-yard line.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
2nd and 11.
Oh, he's so in and out of his hands.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Brings up third down.
They'll try and run for it.
Oh, so close.
Through and now a crease. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
That was so close to a sack.
Down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score.
10 at the 21-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Jared Cook. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
All right.
Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to.
Let's see what we can do before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. That'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
A little off course, but we were being chased by a defender.
Shepard, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
New York.
And he will take
there we go.
For a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Pretty sure Shepard is going to be happy with this performance.
In that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Back to throw again. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there.
Oh, they skipped out on me.
The line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And we do it again. That time, Carter.
Carter.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
It looked like he tried to get the ball off, and then Carter just took him by surprise.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you on over. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time a ball back
there we go.
And now it's intercepted.
Oh.
Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And he's in.
Back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
The kick is
a heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Graham Gano set to
so they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown.
Okay.
Cowboys.
Okay.
Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get
That's his first on the year.
What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender. and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Ross to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Shepard wide open again.
Wide open, complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away.
That was tipped, almost caught by a different receiver.
Was Justin Evans, read it perfectly.
Interesting.
All the time I'm manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
A gain of
15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
At the 40-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's like they're afraid to throw after that pick 6.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
You guys are behind. Why are you still running it?
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short.
Nice.
It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Marcus Lawrence. Dak Prescott sacked. Fumble on the play.
I'm not Dak Prescott. My quarterback is Zach Wilson.
For this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run with Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Barkley
At the 28-yard line.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Shepard.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
At the 6-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, so close.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, you can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot.
Kind of surprised they took it out of the end zone. This team's just making bad decisions all game long.
Certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete.
Let's see where they spot that.
And the result here, a pickup of 8.
All right, so they went to the original spot of the catch.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Ooh.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
All right, that was interesting.
C.D. Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cowboys cut into that lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Sanders on for the extra point.
Question is, what am I going to do with the ball when I get it back?
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the
Sean Lee gets the ball. That's kind of poetic.
We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. And he is over 200 yards. We thought this matchup might be good for him. It's been very good for him.
It's been great, hasn't it? And what's tough for any defense is trying to match up with a receiver nowadays. But these receivers all have all the answers. They'll line up tight, they'll line up wide, they'll be in the slot, they'll go in motion. And today, we're getting the full Monty from him.
And the full montage as well. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
They're not even trying like to use their timeouts. I think they have it set in their mind that this game is out of their reach.
93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
We can just let this clock run out.
Run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
That is game over.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Giants, That early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right, guys, thank you for watching this game today. We had a breakout game against the division rival Cowboys, a game in which we really saw Zach Wilson come into his own. 300-plus yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. If there's any game to help improve our quarterback, it was this game. And wow, Sterling Shepard, he was getting frustrated because we weren't able to pass the ball, and now I think he had like a bunch of catches. A couple of hundred yards of those could be his. Just an overall dominant game against the division rival Cowboys. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this onslaught today. If you have any feedback, guys, leave it in the comments section. Lets me know if I'm doing good, what I can improve on, what I can bring to the channel for you guys to watch. But as always, guys, keep your eyes to the horizons for more Hicksydust content. And be sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching.